Rise and Shine with Robbo and Becci on Vision.
Well, the source of comfort for me this morning, I have to say, after I woke up to the news and quickly drove into work, was ringing my dad, who's in the UK, who is a retired Church of England minister. So we're going to my dad this morning, who actually has a name. He's the Reverend James Balliston-Thicke. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, you.
I don't have a name, but he does. But anyway.
Oh, it's lovely to speak to you, James, and it must be incredible. I mean, I've said this a few times today. This wasn't a surprise to anyone, but it certainly is a shock when you hear this news that the Queen has passed away. What's the feeling? What are you seeing and hearing there in the UK?
Oh, well, there are lots and lots of people outside. Windsor Castle outside, Buckingham Palace, outside Balmoral, where she died. Laying flowers and putting tributes down to her. There are people paying tribute to her on television, ex-prime ministers, people like Andrew Lloyd Webber has written what she meant to him, what it means for the Church of England. The Archbishop of Canterbury has asked the churches in England and Wales and Scotland, the Anglican churches, to ring their bells tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock.
Wow.
To open their churches for prayer so that people could go in and remember her. So, yeah, it's a big thing for especially people in retired clergy and clergy working for the Church of England, because she was, in many ways, other than Jesus, was our head of the church.
Yeah.
We made allegiance to her when we were ordained, her heirs and successors. So we will now put our allegiance to King Charles III. And so our faith, her faith was very, very strong. She was a really, really good Christian woman. And I think that's something that I think people around the world realised, that there was not just that she was the Queen, but she had this faith behind her that kept her going.
She did. And you started to hear that in the Christmas speeches in the last little while. You know, she would say she would draw on her Christian faith and her, ways for serving. And I think she walked the walk. You know, we talk about you can talk the talk, but she walked the walk. She served and had selfless love, which is all part of the Christian faith.
That's it. You know, she said when she became Queen that she was the servant of the nation, and that stayed with her until the end. People remember her as the servant, the Queen, but the servant of the country. And that meant so much to a lot of people, even whether you're a Republican or don't believe in anything, who feel a great loss at the moment in this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Commonwealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I vaguely remember her father, because she came to the throne when I was 10 years old.
That's right. We talked to you for the Jubilee.
For 80 years, nearly, I've only known the Queen.
Excellent.
And so today has been a big thing for us.
Yeah, understandably.
There are people in our country that don't know anybody else but the Queen.
Yeah.
As a monarch.
No, that's so true. That's so true. And she was very faithful and would go to the parish churches of the areas where she had her places of residence, didn't she, Dad? So that was lovely to hear too.
She used to go to the parish church at Balmoral.
Yeah.
And she used to go when she was at Sandringham, up in Norfolk. She would go to the parish church there. Okay. So that the clergy of those churches knew her. And I think that's why a lot of people, she was known in Balmoral as just the Queen who was there on holiday. So people are mourning this lady who was part of people's lives for 70 years.
So true. Yeah, so true.
It's an amazing thing.
Well, we appreciate your time today and your reflections on that. As you say, it's certainly significant moment in our history. So we appreciate your thoughts and your perspective on it today.
Okay.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.